I'll start this way. All right, let's do it.
Hey.
Welcome back to
Don't ask.
episode 11. Here we are, baby. You ready to take on today like we've never taken it on before?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 5 p.m., but I guess it's a good time to start.
Woo!
Let's do this
It's
thing.
5 o'clock somewhere.
All right. It's a bit of a gloomy day outside today. Well, it started off beautiful. It was like 75 and sunny, then all of a sudden it's like 50 and windy and rainy.
And tomorrow's going to be in the 30s.
Yeah.
That's just how it's going to go, huh? Hey, come on, stop.
Bosco's chewing on the cords already.
Stop. Psst.
Bosco.
Stop.
This is the quickest turnaround time we've had for the cats to already start.
Ugh.
No, he's
Stop.
he's like dive bombing the cords right now. He's chewing up. Bosco, you're gonna be in trouble, buddy. You can't see him, but we have Olive, Bosco, and Cheddar over here. Oh, buddy. Yeah.
I got a happy trigger finger today. Don't test me, boy.
I mean, yeah, we just started the episode.
Okay.
All right, but how's your day been?
Today's been good. Enough talk about today.
Hey, no,
We're getting into the question.
Hang on.
What?
Today was MLB opening day. Cubs play today.
Oh, yeah, and they lost.
Yeah, they did. But hang on, before we start whatever you're going to say,
Okay.
let's say what sports teams we cheer for.
You want to talk about sports teams, huh?
We don't have to talk a lot about them, but who do we cheer for?
Okay, baseball, Cubs fans.
Whoop, whoop.
I am from Wisconsin, so I did transfer from a Brewers to a Cubs fan, but that's because I never watched baseball that much growing up, so I wasn't that dedicated to the Brewers, although all my Wisconsin friends and family give me crap that I am a Cubs fan.
Yeah, and they say that if you ever become a Bears fan, it's blasphemous in Wisconsin.
Oh, well, also the Cubs have hooked me specifically up with a lot of
You threw the first
tickets
pitch
and stuff, and I threw the first pitch at a Cubs game.
Yeah.
Which is a little fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool time. That was a few years ago now.
I know. You got to do it again.
So ever since then, I've just been rooting for the Cubs and Wrigley Field.
The best.
It's the best.
The best. All right. So you are.
Oh, kitties
Cat
are
fight.
fighting.
And you're a Packers fan.
Yes, for the NFL. Kitties.
Cheddar is going after Olive.
I am a Packers fan and always will be a Packers fan.
It's tough. It's the only tough part about being a Wisconsin-Illinois relationship.
Because the Bears suck.
Who made it further last year? We played longer than you guys did.
That's because our quarterback and best defensive player got injured.
One who wore Caleb Williams' jersey to the last Bears game.
Well, you bought that jersey for me for Christmas.
I did.
Which gave me just an ultimatum on it's like if I don't wear this gift, Jess will be coming for me. So
Think smarter, not harder.
I
Got
did
you to wear Bears jersey.
But if there's ever a case scenario in which the Packers play the Bears, I'm Packers all the way, even throughout the season. And then, yes, postseason, if Bears make it far into the playoffs, I will cheer for the Bears. It'd be cool. I live in Chicago. We live in Chicago. It would be cool to see the Bears win and have this city just erupt.
The coolest. Like when the Cubs won the World Series in 2016, we all went, well, not you because I didn't know you then, but I remember I was getting ready for school that day, the day of the parade downtown. I was getting ready for school and my mom called me. She was like, have you left just for school yet? And I was like, I'm about to get in the car. Why? And she was like, what are we doing? Of course we have to go downtown. So everybody left work. My sister left the hospital. My parents both left work and we all took the train downtown. It ended up being a very chaotic day because my mom and my sister got lost and there's no phone connection because there's millions of people down there and they got lost for hours. And it was a traumatic day for them. But me and my dad were front line watching the parade and it was awesome.
Yeah, that actually would be terrifying. Lost in a crowd, no service.
Millions of people, no service.
I bet.
Me and my dad are we're front row of the parade. We're getting sandwiches. Just having the time of our lives.
Well, that's a good experience for you.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It was awesome.
I don't even remember the Cubs winning the World Series in 2016 because I wasn't even watching it.
The rain delay. If you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. Fun fact, my grandpa played on the Cubs. If anybody here are baseball fans, my grandpa played on the Cubs. He played on a lot of teams, but we are most excited about the fact that he played on the Cubs.
You're not going to give
his
him
name
a name?
is Milt Pappas.
Yeah.
He was a pitcher. He's in the
He played on the Cubs in the 1980s. Just for more information for you guys, he's on the Orioles Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You should know this.
I know Cubs. I know he played for the Orioles too. 'Cause my dad grew up in Baltimore, so he kind of bounced around a lot for whatever team my grandpa was playing on.
A pretty cool fun fact about Jess.
Yeah, fun fact. I'm surprised it hasn't come up in 11 episodes.
So if we have an older audience out there listening, you might know who Milt Pappas is.
Yeah, if you do, let us know.
Now NBA basketball.
Okay.
You don't care for NBA.
I mean, I'm a Chicago fan, so I cheer for the Bulls, but like, do I care? Do I watch? No. But if they make it far and they win, I'll cheer. Like, I'll be excited, you know?
Yeah, I'm Milwaukee Bucks all the way. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the GOAT. And then I'm also a major Golden State Warriors fan because I love Curry. I would play Golden State Warriors on like NBA 2K14, even NBA 2K16, and so on and so forth. I would always play Curry from the Warriors. So that team is a close second, but my Wisconsin nativeness
What other sports are there? We went to a few Chicago Fire games.
Yes,
for
Chicago soccer. I'm trying to think. What are the other sports, huh?
I know.
That actually is like major team wise.
I know.
Might have covered
I feel like
them.
that. I think like it's like, Chicago Hawks, Blackhawks.
Hockey.
Obviously, hockey.
But I don't even know, is there a professional hockey Wisconsin team?
No, I don't think so. I think Wisconsin cheers for either Minnesota or Illinois. You kind of pick which one.
I love it. It's like, how do you get good at hockey?
What do you mean?
That's the question. How do you get good at hockey?
Like any other sport. What do you mean?
You kiss boys. I know. I saw it in the comments somewhere. Okay. Don't come at me.
Go to the boy aquarium.
Go to the boy aquarium.
That's so funny. I was not expecting. I was like, well, what do you mean? That's hilarious.
Shout out
Heated rivalry mention. That's funny.
Yeah,
it caught me off guard, that one. All right. You want to do questions?
Oh, yeah, sure. I got a question for you. What is the funniest thing that you have witnessed of someone else just wrong place, wrong time?
Do you have an answer for that first?
I got a great answer for that.
Okay.
Just trying to see what you would think.
I'll get inspiration from what you say.
For someone else, not us being in the wrong place, wrong time, just like them, wrong place, wrong time, we happen to witness it. Kind of like people watching. I can name something if you're going to ponder over there.
Yeah, you tell me what you're thinking.
Me and Jess were watching a movie in the movie theater. It was called Anyone But You.
Yeah.
With Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. And we were not in the back row. We were in the second to back row. But there was just this moment in the movie where all the sound goes silent.
Well, it was like a black screen for like a split second, sound. I think it's the only time it happened in the movie.
And this one dude, which I believe when we walked in and sat down, it looked like they were like first date vibes. Like it was a couple sitting there and black screen, no noise, just.
Yeah, it was tough.
But it wasn't like a long, loud one. It was just like it sounded like it squeaked out.
Well, it was just such horrible timing. The movie just so happened to be silent at that part.
And me just, oh my goodness, we just try not to hold back laughing because it's not like an overly loud movie in the first place.
No, and he could probably see us
and we were holding back the laughs while our shoulders were like chuckling and going.
Yeah. No, that was so funny. I forgot about that, honestly. That was just really funny.
Wrong place, wrong time, ripping ass.
Yeah.
And not in a movie theater. I don't know. We couldn't have been the only ones dying.
No, everyone had to have heard that. Everyone near us had to have heard them.
The last thing, it literally sounded like it sneaked out, which is the funniest part. It didn't sound like an on purpose fart.
No, it was, yeah.
Mortifying.
I don't know if I have an answer to that.
Oh, you can't think of anything?
That was such a niche example that I can't really think of anything.
It was. I thought it would spark something out of you.
No.
Being at a restaurant and we saw I don't know, someone miss their straw while going for, I don't know, something embarrassing that happens to someone else that we witness is what I'm just trying to think of, which could be funny.
I feel like, there's for sure something. I don't know why this is the only story that's coming to my mind, which I don't think has anything to do with what your question is.
That's fine.
But one time we were on a plane, and I think it was a nighttime flight, but we were sitting in our seats already, and somebody was sitting diagonal from us, and we were on the far right, 2 seats, and this other person was on the aisle on the other side, in the middle, and somebody else was putting their backpack up on the overhead bin, and their water bottle, it had to have been like a Stanley or some like huge thick water bottle, fell out of their backpack and landed on this guy's shoulder, and you could hear the dink of his shoulder bone. He was fuming.
He was gonna he was just grown man, but he was gonna just start bawling his eyes out. He kept whining about it. He was like, oh, and then we just kept seeing him adjust his shoulder.
The whole flight, he was kept moving his shoulder.
The entire flight, as if he broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
But it was a big hydro flask water bottle that fell from the top bins.
It was funny though. And then the guy behind him, I think you happened, we heard a noise and we were like, is this guy laughing? We turned and the guy was like,
He was. Yeah. He was literally just kept side-eyeing him, trying not to, because he was just hours just moving his shoulder and rubbing it and
It was a long flight too. We were on a big international plane.
It was almost like he was being dramatic enough just so he could make that other guy feel guilty for what he did.
I think it was a girl too. I think it was a girl that dropped the water bottle.
Was it a girl who dropped it?
I think it was, because she was like, I'm so sorry. She was apologizing so much, and he was just like,
he didn't say a word.
No, he was just really mad about it.
Ugging and puffing and blowing and pooping. It was not supposed to come out that way.
I'm not sure why you said that. There's got to be other things that have happened while we travel. I feel like we gotta have other stories.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we could keep going on.
Okay, sure.
Because we both provide a story.
Sure.
What do you have now?
For a question?
We're alternating.
Okay. If there was a book about your life, what would it be named?
If there was a book about my life, it would be called The Foodie Chronicles.
No, but your life.
The Foodie Narnia. My life is all about food.
But what about your whole life leading up before you even did food?
I feel like it was still about food. Do you not like that answer?
No.
Okay.
I don't accept that answer.
Fine. Then I
want you to think outside the box.
I know, but food is just the generator of energy in life. So I thought it would be good even if everything wasn't revolved around food.
Let me flip the question. What, based off of books or movies that are already out there, what name do you think would best correlate your life?
Maybe The First Guy Standing.
What?
How do you like that?
Is that a movie or a book?
No, I just came up with the title.
I just asked. I changed the question.
Oh, you want me to
what pre-existing book or movie title do you think correlates? I changed it to make it easier, and then you just.
I don't like that. I don't like that question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bad question.
What?
The second question. I like the first one. I think
that was a good question.
Coming up with my own title is fun, but trying to link it to a pre-existing movie or book out there, no bueno.
Okay.
Unless.
What was your answer?
The First Guy Standing.
What does that even mean? Like on a plane?
Yes. I'm always the first guy standing on a plane. It's a great comparison, but that works too. That could be a chapter. Airplanes.
Okay. What's your reasoning for that name?
My reasoning for that is I just feel like I'm always gung-ho about getting something done, and I'm just the first guy to do it. Like, for example, you're in school and there is a presentation.
Okay.
I'll just be the first guy to present.
What?
Yeah, I'll raise my hand and be like, get it over with. I'm the first guy standing. For example, speech class.
Mm-hmm.
I dreaded it. I have not been a public speaker when I first started out of my life. Okay?
What?
And when I get to these moments of having to go out and speak when there's a whole class lined up, I will be the first one to do it. I'll break the ice. I'll take it out because then I'm not being compared to anyone else, you know?
You're setting the standard?
I'm setting the standard, and that could be the lowest standard possible or the highest standard possible, but the best part is you get to pick because you were the first one there.
I feel like I do that when I'm in a very specific mood, or I would do that in school. Like if I was feeling really bold one day, I'd be like, screw it, I'm just going to do it.
Right?
Just get it over with.
It's such an adrenaline rush, and it really does suck to be the first one, but you're done with when you finish. How fun is that?
No, it's great. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change?
Well, whoa. That was a heavy question, first off. Second off, what's the title of your book?
I don't know. The whole time you were talking, I was trying to think of something and I couldn't.
That was your question.
I know. I couldn't think of anything. I only had the question written down. I hadn't made it.
I'm doing a good job of re-asking the questions to you. Are you doing the answers this time?
Can you help me think of something?
I think it was probably going to be like the silent killer. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, because you're silent, but your looks kill.
Well, there we go. Wow. Perfect.
Right?
I'll agree with that.
And everyone's going to read that book. Like, whoa, silent killer?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
No, it's actually a fantastic name. Sure, I'll do that.
Why?
Well, kind of like what you just said. I'm pretty quiet.
So you're the kid for school projects who just writes their name on the poster board.
No, because actually, unless there was somebody a lot smarter than me in my group, I actually ended up doing a lot of projects, I feel like.
I'm sure you did.
I was a good participant. I never wanted to be the kid that just sat there and just like watched.
I was a good participant, but I would give myself like 25% effort out of it. I would try to sneak away with having to do less.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. I think I usually would end up being the person, like if we're like writing on like a poster, I'd volunteer to write on the board and I'd be like, all right, what am I writing?
Oh,
I'd be one of those. So it's like I'm like doing a lot of the work, but I'm not actually thinking of anything.
You're doing the tedious work.
Exactly.
But they're coming up with the ideas. Like they're doing the thinking.
And I'm like, wait, what should I write?
Yeah.
How should I say that?
And then people think that you're kind of doing it all.
Exactly.
Like that's smart. I never did that because
that's what I would do.
My calligraphy is
you have horrible handwriting.
Chicken scratch, unfortunately.
You have horrible handwriting.
But I did learn cursive.
Could you still do it, do you think?
I was a part of that generation. I could do it for the most part. I probably know like over half the alphabet in cursive.
I remember having to do like cursive when we would have like DARE officers come in and do the presentations.
Oh.
Those time periods in my life combined for me.
Yeah, and kids nowadays, they don't do cursive writing anymore.
No. Is DARE even a thing?
Not from my town.
You never did DARE?
Never did DARE.
What? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, you told me once. It's like driving.
No.
Art.
No.
What? Relatable.
No.
Exercise.
No, DARE was like, I don't remember what the abbreviation stands for, but it was like
oh, it's on the back of police cars.
It's like stay away from drugs. It's like a drug.
Oh.
Drugs are, I don't know, something like that. But it was like DARE officers, like police officers would come in and they would tell you all the reasons why drugs are horrible for you and like don't do drugs.
Drug addiction relapse explained.
Let me look this up, guys. Because it was a really popular. I'm shocked you guys didn't do it.
No,
maybe your town was too small.
We did something similar with health class. I know that for a fact.
Drug abuse resistance education.
Oh, I was close.
You actually were kind of close. But yeah, when we would be like in cursive class, we'd have to be like writing out all of our whatever. They'd have officers come in and do their little speech while we were in cursive class.
Low-key seeing officers in the school building was so intimidating.
Did you have one like in your school at all times?
No.
No?
They were always, I mean, I was in a small town, so like they were always around the block, you know, but we didn't have one dedicated to our school.
So interesting. We did.
We might now.
For homecoming Olympics, me and my group, we asked our police officer to be our like teacher sponsor.
Oh, that's cool.
He did it.
That's nice.
Could not remember his name, but he did it. Do you think you could put your whole mouth around the mic?
That's just a wild question to jump into. Not even close. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, you're actually pretty close.
Look, I can think my jaw just pops open.
Yeah, your jaw like
my
gets
jaw's
unhinged.
messed up actually.
It cracks every time she yawns. No, don't do it.
Anytime I do anything,
It's
if I
gross.
talk, my jaw pops open.
Okay, I got a question that
Okay.
I want to know what you think.
Okay.
What's a smell that would make you instantly happier?
Vanilla. I love vanilla.
Ooh, really?
Vanilla is like my signature scent.
She does do a lot of vanilla perfume.
I do vanilla perfume. Like if we used to do candles. We don't do it anymore for the kitty's health, but we do like vanilla candles. Or like any sort of like Christmassy smells, like vanilla, cinnamon, snickerdoodle. I love all like the tasty treat smells.
Ooh,
I don't like florals.
Like
I
chocolate
don't.
chip cookie smell? Is that even a smell?
Not
That's
a
more like-
candle smell, but like the actual cookies. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like florals. Florals give me a headache.
Mine would be, thanks for asking.
You didn't even give me a chance to ask.
Sorry.
Coming at me with the sass. I'll come back at you. I was feeling less sassy today, but I can bring it if you want me to.
No, bring
All
it.
right, well, then let's just Let's just be pleasant.
Let's be pleasant and present.
What is a smell that makes you happy?
Ooh, the smell of someone grilling out their backyard.
It's a good one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm on a walk or a run and I smell someone grilling, it like instantly just makes me feel like this nostalgia, like reminiscent, happy, joy, serotonin. You know?
Actually, I totally get what you mean.
Yeah.
Or like a smell of like, yeah. No, yeah.
Just because it's like backyard. It's like backyard activity vibes, communication, cookout, party, drinks, food. Oh my goodness. Immaculate vibes come from that smell.
I know. I agree with you.
I went on a run at like 8 a.m. and someone was grilling breakfast at 8 a.m. when I was running. That is rare. No one's ever out grilling really nice. At 8 a.m.
You should do that sometime.
And I should do that sometime. But that was just the best vibe filler.
Good way to start your day.
Good way to start my day. Good way to start my run.
Yeah, no, it's true. I like the smell of like bonfires too.
Ooh.
Not like when it sticks to your clothes or anything, but like bonfire reminds you of like a summer night.
Oh yeah. Bonfires. That's pretty much it. A lot of like cooking smells really get me aroused. Or no, sorry. That's not like...
That's not the terminology. That I don't think that's a word you meant to use.
No, that's like... No, that's not... No. Okay. Can you just ask another question, please, before this carries on? What people...
You didn't tell me to have questions prepared.
What? It's a podcast episode.
Yeah, we don't just rapid fire ask questions every episode.
I thought that's
just like talking topics.
Oh, well, sure. Do one of those. Just let's get on from the last point of people make me think that...
People making you think?
People making us think. My words. It is later in the day that we normally film this, so I'm struggling.
So me and Tommy talked about this recently. Well, I think I had brought it up to you, and I thought this was like such like a random... I've never even tried to describe this to anybody before, and I randomly started talking about it to Tommy.
Oh.
And he like stops dead in his tracks in the kitchen. He's staring at me while I'm talking. And I'm like, I thought for sure you were staring at me like, what are you even talking about? But you were like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I have never heard anyone ever talk about this.
It looked like you looked like you saw a ghost.
Seriously.
It's called Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Which we didn't know what it was called when we started this. We were just trying to describe it to each other, which that's why I've never talked about this with anyone. But you can't describe it.
So we talked about it. The way I'd experience it was like when I was younger, like when I was in my childhood, I would have dreams, and in my dreams, like objects would like expand really big and really fast. But then to me, like the colors would get like super dark, and I'd get like a really like scary feeling. Yeah. And I was trying to explain that to you, and you were like, I had the same thing.
Yeah. So, same thing, different visuals, different feelings, but same exact concept. Where mine would be like, I am getting smaller in a room where everything around me is getting bigger. Or like I could be it happens before I'm awake though.
Yeah.
Or wait, what?
It happens before in your transition to sleeping.
Yes. It happens before I fall asleep. For Jess, it's while she's asleep, before she's awake. But for me, it happens where I'm still conscious. Holy
You're
crap.
having a tough time today.
Guys, if you're a listener and you're getting frustrated with the way I'm talking right now, I don't blame you. And I would be on my phone at night, and it feels like my phone is getting thicker and heavier, but it's giving me this sense of like panic.
Yeah. No, mine was always like I was always in a deep sleep, and it would be like, for instance, I'm like out on like a street walking past like my childhood house, and there's like a car parked in the street, and all of a sudden I'm like looking at the car, and the car starts like expanding, and like the texture of it changes to be almost like wrinkly and like super dark. But I would get this like feeling of like impending doom where I was terrified.
It's a good way to put it.
And I don't think I ever like told my parents about it, because I was like, I would have these horrible nightmares, but I'm like, nothing scary is happening, so I don't even know like what it was.
No, and it was no way to describe it. My parents were just like, why can't you sleep? And I don't know, I just said I was scared.
Yeah.
That was my answer.
Yeah.
But it was really this feeling that just kept coming back of impending doom.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. I literally felt like something wrong was about to really happen.
Yeah.
Like I was about to get crushed like a bug. It just felt like almost like my limbs were expanding too. I can feel it in my fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
I would touch my fingertips together and it feel like it was just expanding, but I was getting smaller. And it's called Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Yeah. Yep. Did you used to have any like reoccurring dreams?
Always the ones where I would like jump off a cliff or a building and wake up before I hit the ground. But it wasn't a sense of fear from it either. It was a sense of adrenaline. That's the cat playing with the toy.
Oh, sorry. There's a sound going on.
So it was never like I was scared of it. It was not a nightmare. It was almost like I knew that I was asleep. Almost like lucid dreaming. Have you ever lucid dreamt before?
No.
Neither have I, but I feel like I've been close to where you have control over what's going on in your dream. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. I've never experienced that before, though. When I was younger, I used to be I heard a story one time of like my sister's friend, and then one of my cousins told me that they experienced sleep paralysis. And I heard that when I was younger.
What is that?
It's when you're sleeping, but then your mind wakes up, but your body's not awake. And so like your eyes are open, you can like see things, but usually you see like scary things. Like you'll see like somebody sitting in your room like watching you, or like somebody's like next to your bed, but you can't move your body. And so you have to just wait until you eventually fall back asleep. It's fake, but it's like if it's like let's say let's say you like fell asleep like on your stomach or like laying on your side, even though you can't see anything. Some people would say that they would feel somebody like get into bed behind them. You'd feel somebody there, but you can't move and you can't yell, you can't talk, you can't like do anything because your body's asleep. Your mind is awake. It's when your brain wakes up before the rest of your body.
What the heck?
Yeah, and usually you see scary things, but your body can't do anything about it.
It's like super realistic, like hallucinations.
No, it really is. And I remember somebody told me about that when I was younger, and I would try to stay awake as long as possible because I was so terrified. Like I would sleep with all of the lights on. My mom would put me to bed, and I would I would refuse until somebody was in the room with me.
Sometimes when I really think about it.
Hang on.
Okay.
Sleep paralysis is a temporary inability to move or speak that occurs when waking up or falling asleep, often accompanied by intense fear and hallucinations. It happens when the brain wakes from REM while the body remains in a temporary paralysis state used to prevent acting out dreams.
Yes, you got spot on. Thanks. Now I'm going to be scared falling asleep tonight.
It's terrifying. And supposedly it's pretty common too.
Huh. Well, sorry to spook you guys. One of the things that get into my head before I go to sleep is that transition of just lights out. Like I think about it way too much sometimes. Like when am I going to actually fall asleep? Why is it you fall asleep, you wake up and it's the morning? And literally 8 hours goes by.
Yeah.
That's when I really think about it when I'm falling asleep. Like, when is my mind just going to shut off?
No, it is kind of weird.
Out.
No, it is kind of weird. It kind of reminds me from Project Hail Mary when he's like talking to this alien and he's like, okay, I have to go to sleep. And the alien's like, what? And then he eventually understood, but he was like, imagine having to like explain the concept of sleep to like a foreign being, being like, I'm just gonna go curl in a ball in the corner for 8 hours and just not move, not do anything. And I'm just gonna hallucinate.
Actually,
it's really weird concept. And dreams are crazy too. Dreams were always really interesting to me. Like I love that part of psych class when you like learn about dreams.
Yeah, I never took a psych class, but I would be very interested to hear more about that.
It's cool. It's interesting.
Dreams, dream.
No. Dream. Close your eyes, close your eyes, dreaming and get us out. Dream. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah,
I had it on DVD. I had the 3D glasses, and I loved Taylor Lautner when I was a little kid.
That's crazy that was Taylor Lautner. I never like connected those dots until I was probably more recently, honestly.
No, I know. It does not seem like him at all. I loved that movie, though. That was a great movie. That was probably my Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
You loved Cat in the Hat growing up, and I watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl all the time.
It was a fun watch.
I loved that.
And Spy Kids.
Mr. Electro or something, where it's just George Lopez in a giant bubble.
That was so
weird movie.
Okay. Changing topics here.
Okay.
We're on a road trip. We're stopping at a gas station.
Okay.
What would be your go-to pickup road trip snack within a gas station? Because this can vary, and there's so many good things in gas stations. Like, what are you gonna grab? And you can list multiple items. We're not no calorie counting here.
Okay.
Go crazy.
I like peanut butter pretzels. Pretzels that have the peanut butter in the middle.
Ooh.
Love those. I love Reese's.
Yeah.
I love.
Give a shout out to what kind of Reese's, because it is so underrated.
Reese's Outrageous is the best candy bar.
Oh my
by
gosh.
far.
I don't even like
far.
Reese's, but this Reese's Outrageous bar, go get
It's
it and
outrageous.
try. It's outrageous.
It's outrageous. It's phenomenal.
It's like a Reese's filled with Reese's Pieces and that peanut butter filling in this in like a candy bar, like a Snickers. Unreal.
It's so good. Growing up, whenever I'd go to like 7-Eleven, I would always get like a Reese or like Butterfinger, and then I would get like a slushie.
That's funny. You're growing up going to 7-Eleven. I'm growing up going to Quick Trip.
I love Quick Trip now.
Yeah.
I never went to Quick Trip. For those of you who don't know, Quick Trip is a gas station in Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota.
KWIK, not the Q.
Yes.
And I love their breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, their hot food is good.
But yeah, my 7-Eleven was probably your Quick Trip. But yeah, probably anything peanut butter. I love anything peanut butter.
That's it? No drink?
I don't really care that much about drinks.
What? No soda or slushy?
A slushy.
Slam a slushy.
Probably a slushy. I went through a phase where I would mix Coca-Cola slushy with cherry to make like a cherry Coke.
Smart.
Or, I love blue raspberry too. I'd mix blue raspberry and cherry. Always cherry. I'm a big cherry person.
I mean, those machines where they had the slushy that was just like revolving was like magic. That was like my cocaine.
Well, yeah. And the day, do you have a 7-Eleven like near you at all? Did you ever go to one?
Not within my town. No.
Like
so
we had
really.
like bring your own cup to 7-Eleven day, and you could bring literally anything you wanted. People would bring like mini swimming pools. You could bring like whatever you want. I remember it was like me and my best friend at the time when I was like in middle school, and it was like, what are we gonna bring to 7-Eleven on bring your own cup day?
That was probably before they put in regulations, before it actually had to be a cup.
Yeah, we would bring like what's like the
What's a what?
the big container where like
Think of it.
where you put like lemonade or like iced tea, and it had like a little spout, but you like put like the full thing in your fridge. And it's like a huge container.
Oh.
It's like bigger than a liter. It's huge.
Just a jug.
But it's like huge. you have them at like parties and stuff outside. But we would bring one of those, and the challenge was like to finish the whole thing.
Holy crap, of just slushy?
Yeah.
So that's a good pickup right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would go to and get in there and get beef jerky.
Okay.
Love beef jerky. I'm also a big Skittles guy.
Which I'm surprised.
I like Skittles, and there's these things called like Smarties, but they're the balls. The Smarties balls, not like the Smarties that like you used to snort up your nose.
Did you do that?
Yeah, you would crush it up and then snort it.
Actually?
Yeah, those like powdery Smarties.
I guess that's what you do in a small town, I guess.
Or you would take it like a shot and just... That's what you do in a small town, I guess.
I think that's a unique experience.
But these were like Smartie balls that were chewy. Smartie Chewies, I think is what they could have been called. And also Sour Patch Kids. Ooh.
I love the Sour Patch watermelons.
Oh, those are good. But I get sick of like the one flavor in a whole
I know what you mean.
thing. And then Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Could smash a king size Kit Kat. Just like that. And I wouldn't be the one who like bricked me off a piece of that. I would just bite into it.
Yeah.
Even though, because breaking it off, then I just get chocolate on my fingers.
No, it's fair. It's weird that there's some like foods like that where it's like people look at you like you're crazy if you eat it the wrong way.
Fun fact about me, I'm a germaphobe. A little bit of a germaphobe. I like don't ever have dirty fingernails. I clean them all the time because I see one post about how much bacteria can live under your fingernails. And I taught Jess this, but what you do when you wash your hands, you get soap, rub your hands in soap, and then you scratch your palms so you can get the soap under your nails and clean out under your fingernails. I do that every time.
When we first started dating, I used to always like bite my nails and like bite them to get them short. So I was like, I don't care. I never had I couldn't have long nails with volleyball. So I was like, if they were too long, just bite, rip, pull them off. And like, but he would like vomit in his mouth, and he was like, do you know how many germs are under your fingernails? And eventually, once I stopped playing volleyball, I stopped doing it.
I told her she's never done that ever again.
No.
Because now every time you think about...
Well, now I think about it.
How much bacteria is under your nails.
Yeah.
Also, like, how many times a day is it normal for someone to wash their hands?
You wash your hands a lot. You wash your hands a lot.
How many times a day do you wash your hands?
I think a regular amount.
Yeah, and what is that?
When I go to the bathroom, I always use hands. I use hand sanitizer a lot more than washing my hands, because washing my hands get really dry. And if I don't have immediate access to lotion, I cannot stand the feeling of my hands being dry. But so I do hand sanitizer a lot. Like if we leave a store, if we leave a gym, leave whatever, I always put in hand sanitizer. But I wash my hands when we're at home and I have lotion on standby.
Oh, yeah, with lotion by.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd say I wash my hands 15 to 20 times a day.
No, you do.
Some days it could surtop that.
You do.
I don't know what it is.
Don't your hands get dry?
No, they do get dry, but they also, like, that's just for a specific time of the year. Like during the winter, yes, hands can get very dry. I try to put on lotion as much as possible, but next thing I know, I'm just washing my hands again.
Yeah.
So during the summer, spring, shortly into fall, my hands stay well hydrated because I'm just that hydrated boy.
I guess so. What was like your favorite thing to do when you were a kid? Like, let's say like your parents, like you, it's a summer day. Your parents say like I'll take you guys to go do whatever you want. What was your favorite day?
Ooh, oh gosh, great question. I would say go to like a trampoline park, like Sky Zone, or like what are those trampoline parks?
Yeah, and like Sky Zone, right?
Yeah, that's one of them.
We only ever did those for like birthday parties.
Yeah, it was like definitely a hangout session that it would be multiple friends going, not just like my parents would take me, but I would get so excited for that.
I could see that.
That was back when I wasn't a germaphobe.
It's a guy thing. Oh, those are the worst places to go if you're a germaphobe.
You could get sick within
there's
seconds.
One of those places near us that are like that, and you always say you want to go in, and I'm like, Tommy, you'd hate it in there. You'd hate it in there.
I would, but I'd have so much fun. But yeah, I probably
fun.
would just get sick. Probably just deteriorate my immune system.
I mean, when we have kids, we'll probably go to a lot of those. You're gonna be in the bouncy houses doing all that stuff with the kids.
Oh, I would love a bouncy house.
You're gonna be doing those like obstacle courses with the kids and like challenging them.
Man, I would bounce that bouncy house. Like anytime it was set up, which it was set up at our ski hill that we had during the summertime. Oh my goodness, the best time.
It's like a regular bouncy house?
Just a regular bouncy house. There's like 2 or 3 of them. I just love jumping.
I never cared for a bouncy house.
When we had a trampoline in our backyard, best time ever.
Then what happened to your trampoline?
Oh, went right through the middle of it.
You did? Like
it just ripped in half and fell down. And we have a video of it.
You do have a video of it. But the best, though, having a trampoline was in the summertime, we would put our sprinkler underneath the trampoline, and you jump with the sprinkler going. That was the best.
We would put like a dozen soccer balls in there, and you'd have to try to jump around without getting hit by one.
Yeah. It's so dangerous thinking back on it now. It's so dangerous.
No, I feel like I did a lot of things that my body would definitely get hurt doing now.
Yeah. No, trampolines were the best, though.
Yeah. Another thing when I was a kid that I would get super excited for. I don't know. I like to play video games a lot when I was a kid too. So it's not necessarily something that my parents would like take me to go do. I don't even know what your original question was at this point.
Just like what would you get excited to do as a kid?
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the movies ever? Was there a movie theater near you?
There was. But like I said, I would just take my dates there.
We're talking about when you were younger, though.
No, not really. I mean, we would go to movies, but once every 3 months.
Yeah. I liked going to like pots and paints. I liked going to like pottery painting classes.
Really?
Like we used to like birthday parties. We used to always do it like pots and paints.
Huh.
We would like Sky Zone, like those places. Sometimes we would do pots and paints a lot.
Yeah.
I liked going downtown a lot when I was younger too.
Oh, that was probably a vibe.
It was fun. Like our sometimes we had like school field trips and we'd go to like the science museum, the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, and that was always fun. I liked going downtown.
Yeah, we would come to Chicago every once in a while, and those were the best museums.
No, they're fun. But yeah, probably like pottery painting.
Ooh, okay. So while you were a kid, what was the most trouble you ever got in? And you were a little troublemaker girl.
I wasn't. No, I really wasn't a big. Well, I was really sassy.
Yeah. Yep. If you guys haven't picked up on that yet.
I have two. One was when I was like really, really young, and one was when I was like in like middle school.
Okay.
But when I was really young, my mom, the ice cream truck had gone by. And I was like, Mom, like my mom can I have money. Like I have to go to the ice cream truck. And she was like, not today, Jess, not today. And we had a family party going on. Like people were at our house. And I was like devastated. And I was so mad that I just like ran away. I followed the ice cream truck around my block. I had no money, but everybody was like, where did Jess go? And my sister Rachel, she was like, I think I know where she went. So Rachel like sprinted around the whole block, and I'm just standing in line at the ice cream truck.
Gosh.
And I had no money, but I got in big trouble for that when I came home. Then when I was in middle school, oh, this is bad. One time I was hanging out with who my friend was at the time, and she lived like a few blocks away. And my mom called me, and she was like, it's time for you to come home. And I was like, I didn't want to leave. And I was like no. And she was like, you have to come home. And I was like, I don't want to. Crazy. And she's like, you have to come home. And then I hung up on her.
Oh my god!
And like 10 minutes later, I see her car pulling down the street. It's like me and like my friend, and like some like other friends. And she came and she was like, get in the car. And I was like, gosh, this is so embarrassing.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
I know. I was feeling mischievous that day.
Mischievous.
But I got in big trouble for that.
Ooh.
What about you?
I got a few.
What was the most trouble you ever got in when you were a kid?
Oh, thanks for asking, Jessica. I got in trouble when I was super young. You take these math tests in school, and these math tests are like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and slowly got harder and harder the next test that you would pass. And you would take them to start off. You would get like 60 to 90 seconds to fill out all of these math equations. And if you filled them all out and got them all correct, you moved up to the next level the next time you took the math test. Okay. I was highly competitive about these. I was always leading the class and like what level you were on these math tests. And that's because I would practice them at home.
And you weren't supposed to?
No, you didn't have to. It was like, it wasn't even extra credit. I literally went after the class would end, asked the teacher for some of these math tests that I can take home and practice.
You're such a tryhard. You're such a tryhard.
So I bring them home, set the timer on the microwave, and try and complete the math tests, and then hand it to my mom, who would then judge it. And when I get to a certain level of these math tests, they just got so hard that I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to pass these? First, it either becomes more equations to finish in less time, or the equations just get harder. And it's just all mental math. All up here. You don't get a calculator. You don't get nothing. And I got so fed up. It took me so many tries. I was on like attempt number 10 or something. Just kind of made that up. But
at school or at home?
At home, yes. Okay. At home was just getting so angry. And I failed it because the timer went off on the microwave. And I just took the pen that I was using and slammed it into the paper and just scribbled all over it. Well, little did I know, I wasn't on no placemat. That piece of paper was just on our wood table. Picked up the piece of paper, and there was like indented scraping into the wood on the table.
Oh my god!
This like relatively new table.
Yeah.
Probably only a couple years old. And just this huge scribble marks all indented into this table.
Yeah, you probably got in trouble.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I got in big trouble.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I heard it. And it's still there. My parents still have that table, and the mark is still on this table to this day.
That's pretty funny, actually,
like
though.
16 years later.
That's pretty funny.
Or, well, it would be probably like 12 years later.
Your guys' table's in pretty good shape, though. I think you guys didn't really do much. Like, my kitchen table growing up was always, like, it was clean, but, like, we would, like, paint our, like, nails to the table. We would, like, nail polish on the table. Like, ours was always a little bit, like, messier, or, like, there was just always stuff on it, so it wasn't, like, a huge deal. Like, the first time I accidentally got nail polish on our table here, you were, like...
I wasn't happy.
Like, yeah. You're like, what do we do now? And I was like, well, I don't know.
Well, because Jess, when she makes a little mistake like that, which is a complete accident, she doesn't take the extra precautions the next time around to prevent the same mistake from happening again.
Yeah. And because growing up, it wasn't like a huge, I wasn't like in like big trouble. Like, it wasn't like a big deal. But now you've taught me something. You've like told me like what things are a big deal to you. So I've gotten better at it.
Well, it's just more like, oh, if like I messed up doing this, next time around, if I'm doing it again, I should do something to prevent the mess up. And she does not do that. But
I'll just do better next time.
Yeah, you are. Well, you'll do it better next time. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's my mindset about it.
But it was an accident to begin with.
Well, exactly. So it's like it shouldn't happen again if it was an accident.
So even if you are more aware, an accident's an accident. Which is why snuck up on me. Which is why I don't get that upset about it.
Sorry.
Because I need to learn for future when we do have kids you can't get upset when accidents happen.
You gotta loosen the reins a little bit.
Yeah, which I think my reins are pretty loose. Really? I'm that strict?
You're not like super strict, but you're strict enough for like if something happens.
I don't like yell.
No, you don't yell, but like if something happens and like you're not around, I'm kind of like scrambling to try to get it figured out before you come. I feel like a kid that like messed up and their parents are about to come home from work. You're trying to figure it out before they're gonna see it. So I'm like, oh, Tommy's gonna be mad at me. Like, Tommy, you'll be mad. I know you'll say something about whatever it is. And I'm like, I just don't want to hear about it. Okay. So I try to get it figured out so you don't hear about it.
Well, I kind of like that. I like that you care.
No, I know I do care.
Yeah.
I'm not like scared of you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get like, I'm not gonna be like in trouble or anything. I just know you talk to me about it and you're like, all right, so like next time, like what should we do?
Like gentle parenting.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't need to hear about this. I know I made a mistake. I know what I'll do next time. Like, we don't need to talk about it.
Me and Jess have that's been one of our arguments. It has been me parenting her in some scenarios, which I got to work on. I have been working on it. It's gotten a lot better. It's come a long way.
Yeah.
Because we have had those disagreements and discussions about it that Jess has brought to my attention. And I get it.
Well, because you're very particular about some things.
I really can be.
And I tell you, I'm like, a mistake is a mistake. Accidents happen. Like, I know whatever happened. Because I'm just also, we've talked about before, I'm just like clumsy. Things just happen to me. Like, I spill things. I drop things. Like, coffee cups have just like shattered in my hand when I'm holding it. And it's like, I don't even know what happened. Things just happen. And I think it throws you off because you're like, well, just don't do that. And I'm like, well, I didn't mean to do that.
And I've gotten better with the initial reaction.
Yeah.
But what I still am trying to work on is when it happens again. Yeah. After I've already told her what to do differently.
Then you get really sassy.
Then I get more sassy now.
I'm never like afraid of time. You never like yell at me or anything.
Yeah,
but
I'm not
like,
a yeller.
I know you'll be sassy, and I'm like, but it was an accident.
I know. But when I'm
just an accident-prone person.
Yeah. But when it just like happens after I gave you the solution to prevent it, and she doesn't use the solution. If she used the solution and it still happened, then that's okay. Like nail polish gets on the table, takes away all the stain, and we just have this white splotch on our nice wooden dark table. And then I'm like, okay, you need a placemat. She doesn't use the placemat, and it happens again. How do I react to that? Please help me. How do I...
Well, no, that one, I understand that one. But the placemat... But here's my thing. I have ADHD. I genuinely don't remember to use it.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You told me to do it. It's like similar to when I had homework growing up. I would have a lot of missing assignments, not because I was intentionally not doing it. I just don't remember.
Gosh.
Then you come in and you're like, where's the placemat? And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like I knew I was forgetting something, you know? So I don't intentionally do it. I just really have a horrible memory.
We're all a work in progress out here.
Yeah.
I had another story of when I got in trouble once I was a little bit older, though.
Okay.
Because I was like my kid troubleness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I'm a little bit older, like teenager, like I know better.
Okay.
I had a paintball gun growing up, and we would shoot the paintball gun at our tree in the backyard. We lived in a rural.
I feel like kids should not have paintball guns.
Well, I wasn't a kid. I was probably 16.
Yeah, but you guys would like shoot them at each other.
Yeah, we would shoot each other with paintball guns. What else do you do?
I think that's just like not a smart idea.
As long as we're in eye protection, you're good.
Okay.
But we would shoot it at our tree in the backyard, and we had like neighbors. Well, we put the paintball gun down. Please don't ask more questions. I don't know why we did this. And we just had the paintball guns, and we were throwing them to our neighbor's house to like see them splatter on their roof.
Tommy.
And that we didn't think, I don't know why, we didn't think anything about it. We just launch it up, see if we can make it to their house and have it just splatter on their roof.
At least do it to your own roof.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't work that way when you're on your backyard deck. You can't like throw it up to your own roof. Then you can't see it splatter.
Oh,
it was just the roof was far enough away where we could see on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that for a good hour with our paintballs. And we weren't shooting our paintball gun at people's houses. Okay, we were not doing that. We never shot the paintball gun.
You're standing on these people's roofs.
Yeah. But then we had police knock on the door the next day. Yes, actual police. Which is ridiculous that the neighbors, and we were actually kind of similar close friends with, not close friends. We were mutuals with those neighbors because they had kids that weren't in the same grade as me, but went to the same school district.
Mm-hmm.
And I think their parents worked within the same school district as my mom. Mm-hmm. So we were like mutuals. Never hung out with them, never was over at their house, never.
You're friendly.
Uh-huh. And these police said, hey, we're reporting an incident that happened to damage our neighbor's home. And apparently there was a shattered window that was on the side of the house in which we were throwing the paintballs, which I have a rebuttal.
Okay.
I have an argument here. Yes, I got in an insane amount of trouble.
What was you getting in trouble? What was the punishment?
Oh, I mean, like just getting scolded. I never got grounded growing up.
You never got grounded growing up?
No.
Never.
No.
You never like had to like stay in on the weekend, like couldn't go anywhere, like phone taken away?
No, never got anything taken away.
Well, it's not getting in trouble.
They just said that the friend that I was doing that with, I wasn't allowed to see for like a month. Okay. So I guess that is being grounded.
From that friend.
From that friend. Okay. I could still like hang out with him at school. I wasn't not able to hang out with him. But apparently we shattered a little corner in their window, but there was no paint on the window.
So you don't think you guys did it?
We think a bird hit it, and then they saw the paint in their yard. Because sometimes some of the paintballs we overthrew, and it was like splattered on their driveway in front of the house. So I could have argued it, but obviously I'm not going to argue and defend myself when I'm getting yelled at by. Yeah.
No one's going to believe what you're
parents.
saying, anyways.
Exactly, because there was nothing else to hide. We couldn't be like, well, we don't have a paintball gun. Because if you look at the tree in our backyard, it's just splattered in paint from our paintball gun. So, yes, had to do a lot more chores to help pay off because my dad had to pay for a replacement window. Ugh. But the crazy thing is, my dad actually, shout out to him, he got a little upset with the neighbors.
Instead of like talking to your parents first.
For the fact that they called the cops to come to our house. Like they knew it came from our house. Mm-hmm. But instead of them coming and talking to us, they filed a report with the police.
Yeah.
And like that was embarrassing.
Is that like on your record?
No, it's not on my I
actually never heard that story before.
Yeah. Super bogus. I still to this date am pretty confident it wasn't from us. I think the window was already broken and they used the paint in their yard to get a free window out of us.
I think that's the way like the universe works though. That was your guys' way. You guys probably never would have had like gotten like a punishment for throwing paintballs at people's houses.
And we shouldn't have been throwing paintballs at someone's house in the first place.
I feel that's the way. That's the way your cards were dealt. That was the way you got a punishment for it.
We did learn.
That's crazy though. I mean, young boys are so stupid.
And my dad, he had to lecture me and had to put in those boundaries, but he did go over there and look. And he was like, it doesn't really make sense that this window is broken from a paintball.
Did they like have beef with the parents after that? Was it a little weird after that?
I mean, it was weird in the sense where like never talk to them ever again.
Yeah.
Like never
Not like
again.
actively fighting, but just like usually don't talk anymore.
Even in passing in the neighborhood, not a word.
Interesting.
Because it was kind of like pretty bogus. You first called the police to try and frame us when if a paintball really broke that window, first off, we would have saw it hit the window. And maybe would have
hurt it too.
Or the paintball would have splattered on the window. Like there would have been some splatter marks on the window from the paintball.
How old were you?
I think I was like 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
15 or 16. Unfortunate circumstance.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I never did anything like that. I never like vandalized or did anything like that. I was just like sassy to my mom.
Yeah.
I was very stubborn too. Like my mom's punishment for me growing up when I was like really bad, she would go into my room, take everything out of my room, and each day I was good, I would get one thing back.
That's
so like
crazy.
I'd get like my pillow back the first day, my blankets back, then I would get like then she was like the lesson was like, well, like what's like really important to you? Like you get one thing back. You're gonna pick your toy or you're gonna pick a blanket to sleep with.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it wasn't like freezing or anything. Like she would like I would have like a bed.
But still, that's a great punishment.
No, that was when I was like really bad.
Whether she came up with that or like saw it in some article or something, that is a smart punishment.
No, it is. It happened to me twice, I think.
I wouldn't mind doing that to our kids.
I mean, it taught me. I don't even remember what I got in trouble for.
Be like, you're going to sleep on this mattress with no sheets because you're bad. I wouldn't even give them anything, even if they were freezing. Toughen up.
Yeah. No, no. It was like that. It was like the day I got in trouble. If I was good the rest of the day, pick one thing. Do it your pillow or your blanket. I was like, I'll do my pillow.
You gotta be
then
good.
I would just sleep in like sweatshirts and like sweatpants the first night. And then I was like, do you want your phone back or do you want your blanket? And I was like, take the blanket. You know, it was smart. I mean, I was just very stubborn. Like she would be like Jesse, like, you're in trouble, go to your room. And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I want to go there. And she's like,
I like my room anyways.
Well, no, stay down here now. And I'm like, okay. And she like, could never, like, I would never give her the reaction she wanted. So I was just defiant in that way.
It'd be so frustrating as a parent.
I was a very frustrating teenager.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you guys liked our childhood troublesome stories.
Yeah, it's kind of turned into a little childhood thing.
And come back next episode, episode 12. I have some heater questions I want to ask Jess.
Okay.
So you better mentally prep, and you guys better come back for episode 12. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
We love you, our little assholes.
Our assholes. Mango and Olive, they're right here too for the listeners. Yes. They say hi and they say bye.
They say meow meow.
And they enjoy us sitting in this room because they come to hang out with us.
And you guys, thank you for hanging out with us too.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I see some comments where it's like, oh my gosh, like my show was on. Like I'm so excited to watch this.
That's so cute.
It is the coolest thing. I know how I feel about other podcasts or shows, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to watch this when it comes out. And it's so cool. People feel that way about our podcast. Woo! So that's you. Thanks, guys.
And we're gonna continue it. So stay tuned for plenty more episodes to come.
Oh yeah.
Bye, assholes.
Bye bye.